PolyTrack is a racing game in which every single corner, jump, and wall ride has been optimized to near perfection. So, when I saw all this, I decided to ask myself my favorite question. But what if we didn't do that? And so, in this video, I'm going to be playing PolyTrack, but I cannot turn left. Enjoy. I'm gonna try to bank off the wall on the start here. So kind of like works as a left turn naturally. Yeah, like that. Now I can kind of jump. Oh, that was not aligned. We can just kind of like reverse like this to kind of like make a left turn. Oh, that wasn't enough. I'm still only turning right, but it's allowed. That's allowed. So yeah, this is a nice warm-up level. Yeah, just a couple simple right turns, and there we go. Alright, that one was a fairly easy one. Now let's go on to Summer 2. Alright, so I'm gonna start by correcting my angle here. I'm pointing a little bit to the left, because I think I'm gonna need it for this half pipe. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. I need to make sure that I don't angle myself too much. Oh, there we go. This one was actually like really easy. Wow. Alright, Summer 3. This one immediately has a left turn. So I'm just gonna kind of like back up, do this sort of thing. Now I'm gonna go forward. Hope this wall redirects me fairly well. Oh no, I'm off. It's fine. Respawning at the checkpoint gives me a perfect angle through this next part. I think I should take the right side of this half pipe. Wait, that's the problem. How am I gonna get down? Am I gonna get down off the half pipe if I can't turn left to go off? Oh no. That didn't work. Let me try going a little slower, maybe. That didn't work. No, I fell off. Come on. This has to be possible, I know it. Brake. There we go. Yeah, we just had to brake on the half pipe. Let's go. Summer 3 is possible. Summer 4. This one, I'm not sure about. Because the first turn, it is a simple right turn. The second turn is a left turn, though. So I'm going to have to do some shenanigans to get around this one. It's kind of like not right. Here, I'm just going to respawn and go back. There we go. So now I have more speed for this next bit, which... Why did I do that? It's a left turn. Oh no, this is bad. I'm gonna try to get as much speed as I can off of here. No. This one may not be possible. That was as much speed as I can get. I'm gonna try again. Because I really want this to be possible. Yep. I'm pretty sure this is not possible. I mean, it's just too big of a gap to clear without being able to turn left. So I'm going to call this track impossible. This one, probably going to be possible. For convenience, I'm going to exit off to the right here from the start. And kind of already messed that up by hitting a wall. But we're making good progress on the track so far. And we're gonna have to do some shenanigans over here to get the car aligned. Okay, so we're about to reach this next checkpoint. Which is great, because now I can realign myself. I immediately misaligned myself after realigning. I think if I can kind of like align myself so that I'm right next to the edge of the track, I can kind of just brute force my way through it like this. Almost there, almost there. Yes. Finally, I hit the checkpoint. Alright. Now I just have to make it around this corner. There we go. So my main strategy for these is kind of just to like do 270-degree right turns to turn left. Oh, that didn't work. This is gonna be a tough gap. I'd rather not aim far enough and then have to correct myself like I'm doing right now. Yes! Let's go. The rest of the track should be nice and easy. Yes, there we go. That's the track basically done. Just have to... Not... What? Okay. I don't know how I messed up on the simplest part of the entire track. There we go. Alright. We finally finished. Summer 5 is possible. This is a more complicated one, definitely. I'm gonna try to figure out a simple way to get around this, but I think it's just gonna be a lot of brute forcing on this track. There we go. Checkpoint. Okay. Checkpoint number 4. This jump might be a little bit of a problem. I'm actually concerned. I'm gonna have to figure out some way to make this jump, which is a problem because this jump is a very large gap. Alright, so I'm gonna get myself into the right alignment here by backing up precisely. And then I'm kind of just gonna go forward as fast as I can. That didn't work. As expected. Okay, this was definitely a better angle. Now I'm just gonna go for it. Yes, it's possible! That was so close. That was really, really close, but it is possible. Alright, just this last annoying switchbacks bit, which is much easier to drive when you can press the left button. And now the final loop. This one should be quite simple. You can just kind of like press right like that, brake, respawn. Summer 6 is possible. Alright, Summer 7's gonna be a very, very tough one. This going on this side is definitely gonna be easier with the loop because I can actually turn properly. And to save myself a lot of pain on this next turn, I'm gonna enter through the opposite side from what I usually do. So that way I can simply just turn right around the corner. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Alright, this next part worries me quite a little bit. But I should be able to do it because I'm not driving a particularly fast run. I'm just trying to complete. I can actually just fall off the side. There's no rules against me just falling off the side. Yes, let's go! Summer 7 is possible to drive when only steering right. That means only one of the summer tracks is impossible, and that is Summer 4. Let's move on to the winter and desert tracks. Winter 1 should be a nice and easy one because it is just a big right turn. Alright, this next part should be easy. Just a nice right turn. Beautiful. And there we go. That was probably faster than my friend's time. This one doesn't have any jumps, so I think it will be fairly easy to complete. Okay, around this turn. And then we just have to do one more big left turn to complete the map. Okay, that's the last checkpoint. We just got this last turn to go. And I'm actually going to try a different approach on it. I'm going to kind of like drift. And then hold gas like that. And I'm going to hope that I have the right angle. And I definitely don't have enough speed. Please tell me that I have the right angle. Yes! Winter 2 is possible. This one should also be fairly doable, as far as I can remember. And there we go. Second checkpoint. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did on track 4, where I'm just gonna ride the outside of the turn. There we go, finally done with all those annoying turns, and now we can finally do some cool stuff here. So, as far as I know, from here it's all right turns. So this should be fairly simple. Oh, I didn't count this one. Sorry. I'm just gonna have to align myself for this one, and then we should be good. Oh wait, that's not aligned at all. And I'm going to use the beautiful gravity of this game to do that. And kind of just like, you know. So that means that Winter 3 is possible. And now Winter 4. I've been thinking about this one. The problem with this track is the first wall ride. It's a complete left turn, and I can't brake too early on it because I wouldn't be able to keep enough speed for the whole wall ride. So I'm gonna try my best to like get the shallowest approach angle that I can. Well, that was way too much. But as you can see, if I brake, I slide off, and I don't want to slide off. There we go, I have a good angle, One brake. Oh, gas, now gas. Yes, it's let's go. That was definitely a very tough wall ride. Now the rest of the track should be nice and easy. And that should be it. Winter 4 is possible to complete. Starting with Desert 1, my most optimized track. I'm currently 64th in the world in this track. So I know this track fairly well. And it does have some complicated wall rides, but I think they will be possible. And this next checkpoint. There we go. And this drift is fairly simple. Okay, that's an ugly descent from the wall ride, but it definitely is possible. So that's nice. Let's go, Desert 1. Alright, Desert 2. This one starts off with a right turn, so I should be able to match my record in pace. Alright, this, actually there's a small left turn right here that's extremely annoying, which is why this is kind of like my least favorite track to speedrun, because of this turn. I just don't like it. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, which I know you aren't, then I will release part 2 with all the community tracks to see if I can do them with only turning right. And let me tell you that I'm not really into doing this track. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm thinking about which way would be more efficient, and I think going to the left first would be more efficient because most of my turning would be to the right. Yeah, I made the jump. This is just a nice, simple track. So now we're just gonna make a slight correction, and this means that Desert 3 is also possible. I think this one might also be possible. I mean, it's not that hard. I'm trying to do this cool thing where instead of turning left and saving me a bunch of time, I'm gonna make it look cool. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. And whoa, that was a close one. Now I just gotta get past this last little left turn. But it should be possible. This means that there's only one impossible track that you cannot complete with only turning right. If you can somehow prove me wrong and you complete Summer 4 while only turning right, then that will be amazing. But as for now, the only impossible track is Summer 4. Alright, if you liked the video, as I said, community tracks will be the part 2, and I'm actually really excited because why am I excited? There are a lot of community tracks, and personally, I'm really not excited to do this track. This track completely just crashes my computer whenever I open it, and I'm really not excited to do this while only being able to turn right. Oh, my computer's crashing. Oh.